Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel, and now you know what we do when we don't drink before during the show. We don't drink before the show, ever. We don't. But now we're not drinking, but I can talk about that.
Michael, this is the first
Lucha
time
Libre.
we've done a show in which we did not open it with a selection of alcoholic beverages, which we would sample and comment on.
Only since we've been in this studio, because the studio
Our new
allowed
studio.
us to, and we really took advantage of us, and then I just ran out of energy for doing it.
I think you ran out of booze, is what it was.
I didn't run out of booze. I ran out of selections of ways to
that's
try
what I
it,
mean.
man. We've tried just about everything.
Well, we'll put our heads together. We'll come up with something, I'm pretty sure, for next week. Right? We're going to taste something.
Putting our heads together is not working.
If we have to taste cheese, we'll taste something.
I was thinking of cheese. You know what we once did taste? Coconut water. Remember that?
Yeah, we did.
And I found the best coconut water, which is called Taste Nirvana. It's great. Still the best one.
We could taste mineral waters. We could. Man, if there's anything we could taste. We've tasted sauces before.
We did.
We have.
Both, let's see, the salsas were from Toucan. The coconut water was from the Co-op. Who out there wants us to criticize their goods?
If you've got something tasty or delicious to either eat or drink, let us know. We'll have it on our show.
It has to be one of a kind. It's like we can't taste blue cheese against Jarlsberg, because what would win? They're both their own wonderfulness.
Right. It's like KRWG saying red or green. Give us your pick. I mean, why does it have to be one or the other?
Yes,
they're both good in their own right.
They are.
And, you know, it's not
everybody wants the best. You know, people come here and they go, oh, you know, what's the best restaurant in Las Cruces? And you go,
for what?
It's in New York or someplace else. No, what is the best restaurant? We do have good restaurants.
A couple.
You know, the most surprising thing to me now is La Posta is pretty good. It is pretty good now. The food is
You say they're not as touristo as they used to be?
It's not touristo-y. They, in fact, do a carne adobado, also, what is it?
Adobado.
Adobado. And that was pretty good. And their other stuff is good. Plus, you know, I do like their
margaritas.
Well, you know, the margaritas, they have to be told exactly how to make them. But the fact that they have the single barrel tequilas from Herradura and Patron is a great boon. And
I enjoy breakfast at La Posta on Saturday mornings.
They're open that early?
They are. They're open for breakfast and on Friday, on Saturday and Sunday, and they're cheaper than many other restaurants.
Really?
For the Huevos Rancheros.
Huevos Rancheros.
Yes, indeed. And you can get a mimosa. You can get.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Not on Sunday. You can get a Bloody Mary.
Sunday after 12 o'clock.
Yes. You go for breakfast on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. You can get a screwdriver.
You know, they might have changed that law at restaurants. Getting a drink before 12.
On Sundays?
They might have changed it. They
I had
might
not
have
heard
done
that.
a thing. You still can't buy liquor, but they might have changed it. The restaurants, and it might just be local per city. So it could be in Las Cruces and/or Santa Fe.
Well, look, Michael, what is this?
That's breakfast.
Well, yes, for about 6 people.
Yes.
Two eggs each.
Unless you're a one-egg eater, which I'm not.
Well, I eat a lot of eggs, by the way.
Are brown eggs for black people?
And no, they're for white people like me. And these are
you
free
like
range.
brown eggs because why?
Because they're on sale.
Oh, okay.
Free range. They're free range chickens. They're not sitting in a coop laying eggs all their life. You get to walk around, cluck around.
Oh no, people though. People, when they get a job in a cubicle, they are not free range. They're not allowed to. They have to stay in their cubicle in front of their.
That's right. Right. I don't eat their eggs either.
You don't eat people's eggs?
No, but
that's good.
If anybody out there has chickens,
I like
lay
that picture.
eggs, you sell your eggs. I've got dozens and dozens of empty egg cartons, and I'll be happy to trade you egg cartons for eggs. I'll deal. I've got 18 count size, 12 count size. I even have a 6 count size. I have fiber and styrofoam.
Dozens. You have styrofoam? I thought you wouldn't have
dozens of each one. When you go to Albertsons, that's what you get.
Oh.
So I like to repurpose these things.
They have styrofoam for their free-range eggs. Styrofoam usually goes with their regular eggs.
Yeah. And
did you get this at Natural Grocers?
Yes. Now,
so what's your argument? You don't have an argument.
You're
just making an appeal.
If you have eggs, I'm appealing to you. I like to repurpose these. So I'll trade you cartons for eggs. It's a good deal.
Or you throw them in the recycle bin.
Nevertheless,
yeah, it's cardboard.
No, it's not.
It's cardboard.
It's not
yes,
cardboard.
It's cardboard.
It's fiber. It's not cardboard.
It's fiber made
they
out
don't
of
want
paper.
These. They don't want these.
Really? They never.
And they don't want the styrofoam ones either.
Every time I throw them in my garbage can, nobody gives it back.
Because they empty.
No, we don't want it. We don't want that garbage.
They just throw them out.
So, see, we've replaced alcohol with a fascinating discussion about egg cartons.
Now, you know what? Hey, starting this weekend, down in El Paso, the Plaza Classic Film Festival begins.
Plasma?
Classic Plaza.
Oh.
Plaza. See what you did to me?
Say that one time fast.
The Plaza Classic Film Fest. Michael, it's going on. It goes
Classic
on
Film
for
Festival.
almost
2 weeks.
A week and a half, 2 weeks.
Starting 2 days ago.
Yeah, starting like Thursday night. I believe.
Yes.
And I had a film that premiered there about 3 years ago. Outdoors, my Lowriders movie.
Oh.
Showed outside.
You know, that gets, have you seen the beeps I sent you from people commenting it on YouTube? People can see that on YouTube, and they send you comments, and they like your...
My film is called Lowriders. It's only 7 minutes long. Check
Humphrey
it out.
Bogart, Marlene Dietrich.
Wasn't
that who it was?
Well,
no.
Lookalikes.
Different.
And that's going on downtown. Who else is... Oh, there's going to be a couple stars are going to be showing up.
True.
Candy Clark is going to be there.
And Candy Clark was in a movie with David Bowie.
The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yes, and she's the one who picked him up.
She was in American Graffiti.
So big
She
stuff.
was in
Charlie
Apocalypse
Chaplin, Judy Garland.
So yeah,
Somebody else?
tons of classic films. It's a wonderful thing. They have speakers. They have
Harrison.
symposiums. It's a wonderful thing if you like the old classic films like I do. And it's in the setting of the wonderful Plaza Theater.
And maybe Estella Cassis, what's her name, Cassis from Channel 7. She was at one, and she sponsored...
Stella Casas.
Was it that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, Stella Casas. Didn't say that there. Anyway, she's there. She sponsors it sometimes. So that's always nice to see your local news people. And what's next here?
Well, Lucha Libre. You know, the
That's
classic,
what this show is named
the classic
after.
Mexican wrestlers.
That's the wrestler. Yeah.
And
they're going to be here when?
Well, this Wednesday downtown. They have the nighttime farmers and crafts market, one night a month now during the summertime, and all the food trucks will be there. The Lucha Libre wrestlers will be there.
Little kids love that.
Oh, they do. It's
Do
great.
you love that?
They wear the
Do you love
masks.
that? Do you love?
Oh, sure. It's classic. It's kitschy. It's corny, and I love it.
Is it like World Wrestling? Because World Wrestling has all these little interior dialogues, these dramas that are going on where personalities are fighting each other, and they all.
That's all the commentary off to the side.
Yes.
But the wrestlers here, you won't get much of that. But it's just fun stuff.
Is that Jack Black?
To see these sweaty grapplers going at it.
Yes, slipping out of each other's grasp because it's going to be 90 degrees next Wednesday.
Exactly. I guess we're setting up a ring down there.
Well, that should
Well,
be
I don't
fun.
know why they call it a ring because it's square, but
It's a ring.
Yeah,
It's a
nonetheless.
square ring. It's a ring around something. It's an arena.
now our next topic has to do with Heath Hausman, you know, the journalist from New Mexico.
Well,
He's up in Santa Fe.
he's a noted fighter for democracy and for open government, and he has been trying to get the
City of Las Cruces.
it's trying to find the managers' resumes and
'cause
backgrounds
right.
for the city managers.
City's looking for a new
For
manager.
some reason, why should we know them? I don't know. I don't know why, Heath. Why do we care if they don't pick them? Are we
Because,
getting rid of good people?
He wants to know if it's an
We
inside
should-
job. If the search
we
for
should
the,
know that.
If the search for the city manager is just window dressing because they've already picked the guy they really want.
And they're taking bad people?
By law, they have to put out the search for.
Well, and it's
manager.
a part of transparent government to
Right.
tell people what's going on. So good Heath for fighting the good fight. He got 2 judges to make them give him the information. Yet, as of today, which was 2 days ago, he hasn't gotten it. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I'd also like to see the list of all the people who applied for the job of film liaison for the city.
Oh, the list? You think it was a list?
Well, the last time they did it, there was over 160 people who
Really?
applied for it. I'd like to know how many people and who they are for this one.
How'd you find out last time? Why don't you go find out?
Well, I wasn't given the names. I was just told how many.
Were you a part of the competition?
Yes, it was.
Oh, then you should have gotten it. You know, when you sign up for a prize, they tell you if you lose, you can still get a list of all the winners.
That's true.
This is, and that's just a commercial thing, and this is
of all the
really
winners. What about all the
governmental.
losers?
What do you care?
I want to know who everybody was up against, and if they
Does it
hired
really
the
do-
most qualified person, or they just hired a friend of theirs.
Well, tell Heath you want to find it out, and he'll do it for you.
I will. Now, what's going on this weekend, Michael?
Are we talking about this weekend? I think the Olympics in Rio
have just begun.
The Olympics on the Rio Grande River.
No, Michael.
What?
Rio de Janeiro.
Where's that? Downriver?
Mio Maio.
Way
Yes. I go to Rio.
Yes, in Brazil. There's been a lot of controversy about this. We don't want to go through controversy because we're not people who are confrontational. But we certainly wouldn't swim in the river.
The polluted water. It's not a river, it's the ocean, isn't it?
Well, no, the river's polluted too.
Well,
you can't swim competitively in an ocean, I wouldn't think. There's too many variables.
Well, an ocean.
The waves, the sharks.
Well, a river, you got to swim against the tide.
Or with the tide, or it flows slowly. Like,
isn't it a lake?
Could be the lake.
That
Whatever
they dump
it is,
all their toxins into?
Here we are giving you the news. The toxins are there. They warn people if they were going to swim that river not to open their mouths. Has anybody ever tried swimming in a river without opening, or anything, a pool?
Opening
you
their
can't
mouth.
do that.
You get water on
and
your
even
face.
if you don't get it in your mouth, it's going to go up your nose.
It's going to go in your nose, your ears, your eyes.
Chin. Ridiculous. And half of the things aren't done. Right. But people are apparently lining up for McDonald's there.
They've found viruses in the water. You know, if you're swimming along and a condom floats by, it's not conducive to competition.
Especially if the condom's beating you. If the condom's swimming faster than you are, you're really not winning, I would think. That wouldn't be good. Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're thinking, why it's bad to see a condom floating past you? There it goes.
That's
the
one
condom is just speeding ahead. Also might mean it just shut off somebody. Which I doubt that. Are we allowed to say that? Oh, see? You're doing the Teddy Aspen shake there.
Was that it?
Yes, it was.
I caught it from
Anyway, so Rio, it should be interesting to see. Rio has a lot of wealth and is a great country.
But it's very corrupt.
And
they really messed up a lot of things in this Olympics.
Yes.
In the construction of the buildings.
So we hope that this Olympics
they were
is going to bring
late
it
getting it
together.
ready. They probably never will be ready.
Didn't they fire or arrest their president prior to this? So that never helps.
There's crime. Athletes are getting mugged, ripped off. They come back. Their rooms have been cleaned out.
Even the muscular ones, you know, they get ripped off on the street. They can't, you know, they're walking around with their guns. Those fighters.
And
so the Rio is
down
on.
there.
It's probably on TV now on another channel. So don't go looking
on many other channels. If you get tired of the Olympics, you can always come to the Las Cruces channel.
And we'll tell you what's going on. What else is going on? Let's see what picture's next.
Well, you know, somebody's. Oh, look who's in the news.
So that's Donald Trump, and he's running for president for the Republican Party, and that is Susana Martinez, and she's running for president under the other party.
What party is that?
I don't know. I think it's the New
Birthday
Mexico party.
No. Actually, she's chosen not to endorse Donald Trump after he insulted her. And he said she wasn't doing a good job.
She didn't want to show up at his rally in Albuquerque because she had things to do, maybe?
He had, yeah.
He said things that are bad about her. You know, you say, she's not the only one. Count them on, you need a bunch of hands. You have to be an octopus to count that up.
Well,
he's insulted everybody. Poor Ted Cruz.
Well, many of the Republicans are jumping ship from Donald Trump, and they're either going to Hillary or to Gary Johnson.
Or some of them are logically going to Hillary. Who can possibly run a country?
Well, I heard one of the Republicans say that what we basically have here is a drunk driver drinking vodka with children in the back seat. Somebody's got to do something fast.
Who said that? You can't just cite something and say.
I heard he quoted on the radio today.
Oh, the radio said it, so it's got to be true. I'm sure there are things like that.
It was on Here and Now this morning.
Was it? Well, you listen to the radio all morning, don't you?
Yeah,
all day, pretty much.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yes, that's good for you. So, poor Susanna.
It's not looking good.
We got to take a break now.
We do?
Nobody's been watching the clock. You know, when you don't drink, time goes fast.
That's true.
Faster. When you're drinking, it just slows down.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after these vital words.
With this important bulletin.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
We're back. I'm Mark Steffen, and you're watching Double Talk.
And time's flying. I'm Michael Mandel, and you must still be watching it after he said his name. And here we are, back at the pool.
Michael, why are you wearing a tie? It's too hot for ties these days.
I'm wearing a tie because it gives focus to where my body has a middle.
I see.
And you know,
always trying to pull focus from me.
having ties is a good idea. It makes you look thinner, not compared to the tie.
Really?
But it makes people think you only have half a body, you know, and that makes you look half
Oh, I hadn't heard
heavy.
that theory.
You didn't? Then obviously you don't pay attention when I talk.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
I'm not talking to me or you
Listen,
anymore.
Listen, there's a bullet coming in right now.
Here's this.
And it's
A
all
bullet-
about- it's all about
yes,
the bulletin.
about the woman who. What is she doing on the tie? She's got an umbrella and she's
Well, we
looking
can't
out
see
at
it
the
now.
sea. Okay.
The Las
There's
Cruces
the bulletin.
Bulletin is looking for a printer to print its issues.
So little did we know that people had the papers printed by a machine. We just thought they appeared from your computer. Apparently, you need
offset
a large
printing.
business.
You need a big printing press of offset printer, and like Southwest Senior Citizen gets
has the
Southwest
same printer that
Same printer.
Las Cruces Bulletin. There's a printer.
That's not the kind of printer we need, but
See, some guy put a thing there.
as long as you're donating it to us, we'll take
Need a
it.
printer. They need a printer. Here's a printer.
Thank you. I'll take that home if you don't
They can
mind.
show a picture
You
on
don't
the
even know
front.
how to hook it up to your computer.
There's a printer right there.
Okay, we've seen the printer now. Get it out of here.
Did anybody get that joke? I don't think anybody got that joke.
Joke?
Raise your
What
raise
joke?
your hand if there was apparently a joke there. He's never come from behind and shown his machine.
That was a complete breach of etiquette
I know.
on this show.
That's amazing.
And we apologize, folks, and it'll never
Oh,
happen
there
again.
he's making that little. So the bulletin, apparently, it's no great big deal because the bulletin's contract with the current printer is good for the next 2 weeks.
2 more weeks.
And by that point, they should make a deal with somebody in El Paso because there's plenty of printers.
Well, the ones
in
that print the El Paso Times and the Las Cruces Sun News.
And there's other printers there because they print. A lot of people print little things that
Right.
come in the mail and that.
Well, I remember when the NMSU Roundup, they were getting printed in Deming.
Really,
I don't know if that printer is still in existence.
it's probably not that good. They can do the mimeograph, you know.
And then
remember that?
it
The
comes off the thing, you
mimeograph's
smell
good.
it.
Yes, and then you get high, and then you
Yeah.
pass out
With
and
the
your-
blue ink.
and then your hand goes between and gets stuck. So, hopefully, the bulletin will continue being published because
Well,
it's not a bad little rag.
Even if it doesn't, who's going to notice? Because I don't see the bulletin being distributed like it used to.
It is being distributed weirdly. It's almost everywhere, and they ask for 50 cents, but they're usually in places where nobody is taking money anyway.
It's not where I used to see it. Their
It
distribution
changes.
is way down.
And also, it comes to our driveway intermittently.
Right.
You don't
I used
never
to get
know.
it at Albertsons. It's not there anymore.
You could pick it up at the Rio Grande Theater at the Doniana Arts Council.
And some places they
Sure,
charge
other
for it,
places.
some places they don't. I don't pay for it. I never will. When I can get it free someplace else. The bowling alley is a good place to get it. Toucan Market charges 50 cents for the darn thing. And
Depends on where they put it. They do put it in the store. Sometimes they
I don't know
leave
if
them
people
out. I
actually
don't
pay
know.
for it at
I don't know.
Toucan's.
I don't think they care. You know how much a Sunday Times is?
Sun News? No.
Sunday Times. Sunday
New
New
York
York
Times?
Times that they have at Toucan.
What, $6?
Yeah, that's right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Toucan's carries that?
Yes.
On Monday.
No, on Sunday.
On Saturday.
Sunday.
They should get it by Saturday.
It's
They-
a Sunday Times.
They print it on Wednesday.
It's a Sunday Times. They have all the news. You know, we missed all the news. You know, we didn't mention too much news about this election cycle. And this
True.
election cycle just finished off 2 weeks of everybody's conventions.
Yeah.
And they were fascinating. And people did some summaries of comparing them. And we're not going to be too political on the show right now
Yeah.
because things are going, you know, we are over 3 months away. We're like probably 97 days out.
Yeah. Or less.
And things are getting cataclysmic here in this
Well, if
election
Trump
cycle.
keeps going the way he is, and if he continues to melt down the way he's been going, he will not be the candidate.
He says he's got everything under control. They're also going into his past about
His
how
wife.
he's screwing up. What'd you hear about that?
Well, her immigrant status.
Well, that's okay as long as she doesn't plagiarize Americans.
Again,
Americans.
Americans.
Yeah, the first lady.
Isn't that what
She's an American.
Sarah
she's
Palin
not,
says?
She's not from Kenya. Which one is this?
About the
Oh, you got to speak
Native American.
You got to speak American. You're to come in this country. You better speak American, like we've been doing for thousands of years.
Thousands of years, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. In a country that's only been here for 250 years.
Yes, and even before that, we didn't speak
We
American.
didn't speak American, we spoke
British.
whatever the natives spoke.
We spoke British.
No, we did
We
not.
did. We came from Britain. We weren't even here.
For thousands of years, it was...
No, I'm talking about 200 before we gained independence and became Americans. That's when we were Americans. Before that, we thought we were a British colony. We were like Canadians.
Yeah, before that, we were a Viking colony.
Yeah, they never really had much success, though.
And before that, it was
No,
whatever
they-
language the Native Americans who'd been here for thousands of years spoke.
Much of it not written,
No, that's true.
not leaving a history. Nor did they
But it was a
invent the
verbal
wheel.
history.
They didn't invent the wheel.
They didn't invent the wheel.
Speaking of history,
That was their
are we
downfall.
moving? Yes.
Let's move on. Well,
They didn't
speaking of
invent the gun.
Indians, cowboys.
Cowboys.
And that's what's happening up in Lincoln County, in the town of Lincoln this weekend, Lincoln County Days. They do it every year. That's where Billy the Kid escaped from prison. He killed a couple of people on the way out,
Yes.
including Bob Ollinger.
Is he a friend of yours?
Now he was a sheriff.
Oh, you knew him. Because you lived
Personally.
there a long time, because I'm
Yes.
not sure what the time scheme is.
Yeah, so they do a pageant up there every year.
They do the little
depicting the history.
fake fight.
They do.
I've
There's
been there to
gunfights.
see that. It wasn't during this time of the year, but
And they,
remember seeing it.
the shops are open. There's all kinds of events and activities going on there in Lincoln. If you've got nothing to do for Saturday and Sunday,
it's pretty good.
cruise
and,
on through Lincoln. It's just
And if you want to see a gunfight,
uh-huh.
it's closer than the OK Corral.
closer
The
than,
OK Corral does it too.
yeah, but closer than your schoolyard where
No,
You
not
could
closer.
see a
You could see a gunfight
gunfight.
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
knife fight.
This is more fun.
How about a bomb fight?
A bomb fight?
Well, this is the 1-year anniversary of the bombs going off at 2 churches in Las Cruces.
Do you think there were 2 guys, one of them trying to get back at the other guy? Maybe one guy was...
My bomb is better than your
Maybe
bomb.
one bomb, the guy from the Calvary Baptist bombed the Catholic Church, then he found out, and then he bombed the Calvary...
Well,
I don't know which one was bombed first.
They weren't much of a bomb. They were really noisemakers just to scare people.
They were
And it
firecrackers.
worked. Because they're talking about it a year later.
Not only that, a year later, right now, or 2 days ago, they're offering a $40,000 reward for information. The amount of damage that thing caused.
It ruined one garbage can and one
and
mailbox.
A window, maybe.
And the window got a
Break
little
window.
damaged. I think
So what's that, like 2-3 grand max? 40,000 reward. Because we don't want that mad bomber going around. He probably left the country now and is working in Syria. Or he's still working here at Walmart.
What they're hoping is that somebody that knows them and knows that they did it will
Yes.
turn them in for the $40,000.
So, Dee, if you know anything about this, call in and you will get the $40,000, and then you can fix up our set.
No, if you know who did it, call us here.
Oh, yeah, call us. That's a better idea.
At Channel 98, Las Cruces Channel.
We'll
Call
keep
us.
you anonymous. How's that?
We'll
Call
keep
us
you anonymous.
so that you don't get in trouble.
And when the money comes in, we'll share it with you.
Yeah, we would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't tell you how much share, but we would share it.
Right, but we'll administer it for you.
I don't think you pay taxes on that. It's like insurance, you know. Yeah, so that's fine. What is that? What's that a picture? What's the next thing?
Tent City.
Oh, Tent
You know,
City.
Las Cruces has a tent city. That's where the homeless live.
What's the name of the Tent City?
Community
Camp
of Hope.
Hope?
Camp Hope, over there at the Community of Hope,
And
off of Amador.
and what happened with them?
Well, they got their new showers and bathrooms.
Oh,
They finally got installed and built.
actual flushable bathrooms.
Yes, and they can take a shower now.
In
Now
the
they can go
in
out
the
and
toilet?
apply for a job, look presentable, and just not be stinky on a day-to-day basis because they live in tents. And it's
They
pretty
live in-
intense
Yes.
when you live in a tent.
That's right.
So you even have a teepee out there. But you can't live in the teepee because it's got mold issues.
And you can't pee in it either.
Don't not
Or have
pee in the
tea.
teepee.
Or have tea in it.
But so it's a good thing. It's a move forward. So many homeless shelters outdoor shelters don't have these facilities.
Well, it's great that we have it. You know, we theoretically have no homeless people
What do you mean?
on the streets because everybody has a place they can go to.
Not everybody, Michael. Not everybody.
Why? What are you doing lately?
Right.
Oh, you have a home.
I walk the streets
You do?
until I go home.
Should I drive down Picacho, give you a ride?
run over me?
Give you a ride?
What do you mean by Picacho? What are you implying?
Isn't Picacho a street where people who are walking the streets get rides?
Oh, you mean streetwalkers?
Is that what
As
they're
in,
called?
you mean like hookers? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about,
don't know.
Michael.
I wouldn't want to be.
That's why I'm asking.
I wouldn't want to be rude because I know how prudish you are.
I don't. You're right. I don't just give
Rudy.
it away.
Oh, you have to be run over for that. Oh, let's keep talking. Oh, and speaking of cars, this is the